thoughts on search funds. So I pretty much had this question in the 5D community a few days ago. Right now, anyone can set up a search fund. They're huge in the US. Over there, there's no shortage of money, and all investors are quite eager for yield. So I think that what most people underestimate is that the raising money side isn't actually where the skill is, especially in the States. Deploying it is the hard part. I also think there's a bit of a problem for a lot of the on-market listings. It's basically become an auction on marketplaces like Biz Buy Sell. Is whoever's willing to pay up and whoever's willing to pay the premium. But in reality, I think that most of these search funds are just struggling to deploy. There's literally thousands of them. A lot of the new searchers are definitely, I would say, well capitalized, but very inexperienced, quite strong on theory, very weak on execution. And last year I went to a few conferences in the US, and I felt like everyone had a fund, and they're just raising money from their neighbor, and it's very easy in the US. Well, I don't say it's easy, but it's a lot easier over there than in the UK. But I just think that a lot of people, with the mistake happens when you just assume that raising the money just guarantees success, which it definitely doesn't. The best searchers, they don't just search, they understand the deals, they underwrite the deals a lot with precision. The best searchers, they actually know how to structure deals around risk. They actually focus on protecting the downside, and then they're looking at where the value creation opportunities are as well. I don't think it's a case of we're just going to deploy a load of money, buy a load of businesses, and then just see what happens, which I do feel like that's kind of a lot of people's strategy in the US. Not everyone, but a lot. But yeah, real operators or investors who understand this, they're very much focused on, the cash conversion, working capital controls, leadership and leadership continuity as well. Not just closing the deal. There's a lot more to it. But I do think over the next few years, we'll probably see which ones truly understand how to turn a funded search into actually something scalable, because I think that's one of the big issues at the moment.